Money can always build your business, but your integrity, can always sustain that business. Businesses built on fairness, on honesty, shall always grow and last, and shall always earn you great respect. My name is Oswald Douglas Topacho, your wealth and entrepreneurship educator. This time around, we want us to talk about your integrity and the business. How is your honesty? How is your faithfulness in that business that you are doing? What is integrity? Integrity is fairness. Integrity is honesty. Integrity calls for responsibility when it comes to your business. How much fairness do you put in your business? Now, why do we need integrity in every business that we should carry out? One, you will find that an individual or an entrepreneur that is always integral and always fair in their business always have loyal customers. Customers always come to that individual not because of the product. You never know. The product might be okay, but what brings them back to that individual or that entrepreneur is because they have developed a trust in that individual. That is why they come to be loyal customers. Two, we shall have that they have partners who trust them. It is easy for this individual or this entrepreneur to go to a bank or to go to a circle or to even borrow from an individual or for any other person or an entity to partner with such an individual. Those are elements of someone or an entrepreneur who has great integrity. Three, we have that the reputation of such an individual grows. You will find that your reputation is very expensive when it comes to business. An entrepreneur who is tainted with less reputation or less integrity, their businesses are bound to fail. Your reputation is very expensive when it comes to business. Customers follow you because of your reputation. This individual or this entrepreneur is faithful in their businesses. When they're measuring for me a product, they use the accurate measures. They have no trace of dishonesty in their business conducting. You will find, number four, that such an individual is always, or will find that their businesses always last longer. Someone who is integral, an individual who has great integrity, their businesses always last longer. Why? Because they are always disciplined. They are honest. And I told you that he that has or that measures accurately their skill or their services or their products, they shall find favor before the Lord. And remember, he that finds favor before the Lord will always find favor before men. That here reflects in the circle of an individual or an entrepreneur who has great integrity. Now, we have examples of integrity. How can you know that I actually have integrity or of a good integral character or good integral line? One, you will find that you always have or deal with honest products. You will find that businesses, for example, a business ought to be registered by the entity called URSB, Uganda Registration Services Bureau. But an individual or business that is not registered will be acting dishonestly because it will be cheating the tax, URA, will be cheating the town council, and they would not, correlate when it comes to whether or not you're filing your returns rightly or not filing your returns the other way. Two, that you have fair pricing. The pricing that you put for your product is very, very important. Does it correlate with the general, persons or entrepreneurs dealing in the same product? You price your product fairly. Then number two is that you pay debts. Okay, you're paying debts. If you as an entrepreneur with right integrity, if you have a debt, you have borrowed money, you ought to pay back that debt. Then lastly, you will find that such an individual, if at all they have, employees, they are bound to pay such an employee. You will never find that a person with great integrity always delays or always refuse to pay their employees. That is why you find we shall reflect that one of the reasons why we need, we need proper integrity is that you will find your business lasts longer because your employees help you to succeed in your business and they ought to have a wage paid by you, who is the employer. One, there is reasons why uh, integrity it should be had, and the negatives of that person who doesn't have thorough integrity in their business. One is that you always lose clients. You will discover that your business is always, getting slow. Your products are not moving. Why? Because customers or your clients are tainted with that bad reputation. Your business is tainted with, dishonesty. Your clients are always running away from you. That is why you will find your business is slowly falling out. You will always have legal issues. I have told you that any business to function in the country, Uganda, or any other country that has a legal system, that business ought to be registered with URSB, that is the Uganda Registration Services Bureau. You always have a damaged reputation. Remember, I told you that your reputation matters a lot. Reputation is very, very expensive when it comes to conducting business. I will always leave for you, a book or a chapter, the book of wisdom, Proverbs, chapter 22, verses 1, that a good name is more desirable than great riches. Your integrity, your reputation is much expensive than the riches you're trying to accumulate here and there, but in a dishonest and an unfair, atmosphere. God bless you for God and my country.